September 26, 1983. Deep inside a secret Soviet bunker south of Moscow, the digital clocks tick past midnight. The air is thick with exhaustion as supercomputers monitor the cold skies. Outside, humanity sleeps, entirely unaware that the global superpower chess match is about to reach its final, terrifying endgame. Suddenly, the ambient green glow of the surveillance monitors fractures into a blinding, violent red. A piercing alarm cuts the silence. The automated early warning system has just locked onto a launch, a nuclear ballistic missile rising directly from the United States. The command officer stares at the flashing console, his breath freezing in his throat. The system's confidence rating hits maximum. There is no time to think, only a brutal 20-minute countdown before total atomic annihilation strikes the motherland. Protocol is absolute, written in stone by a paranoid Kremlin. Any confirmed Western strike must be met with immediate, overwhelming nuclear retaliation. As the siren wails louder, the weight of human survival collapses onto the shoulders of a single officer. Then, the nightmare shatters into something far worse. The screen flashes again, registering a second missile, then a third, a fourth, and a fifth. A systematic execution wave is rushing through the upper atmosphere, leaving zero room for doubt. Chaos erupts. Technicians shout out trajectories, their voices cracking with the realization that their families have minutes left to live. The direct hotline to the highest Soviet military command sits lifted, buzzing, waiting for the word to launch thousands of atomic warheads. Outside the bunker, the world spins in blissful ignorance. Millions sleep soundly, completely oblivious to the countdown to the apocalypse. Geopolitical tensions had been simmering at a boiling point all year, making this exact nightmare the one everyone expected. Every manual and superior officer demands an immediate report of a verified act of war. Yet, the man in the storm hesitates, his eyes scanning the flashing data, searching for a ghost in the machine that his instruments swear isn't there.
His mind fights the screaming technology. If the Americans were launching a surprise first strike, why send only 5 missiles instead of their entire 1,000-strong arsenal? It is a colossal gamble, betting 3 billion lives on a sudden, unprovable hunch. Sweat pours down his face as he closes his eyes, shutting out the sirens and frantic shouts to listen to his own internal logic. With the fate of humanity balancing on a razor's edge, he picks up the heavy communications receiver and bypasses the automated system. He speaks clearly into the line, declaring to High Command that the catastrophic alert is nothing more than a false alarm. The line goes dead. An agonizing, suffocating silence fills the bunker as everyone stares at the clocks, waiting to see if they will be vaporized. 10 minutes pass in excruciating stillness. The calculated impact window arrives and passes with absolutely no explosion. The screens slowly clear, the red warnings fade back to green, and the world breathes a sigh of relief it never knew it needed. An investigation later reveals a tragic flaw. An advanced Soviet satellite mistook the simple reflection of sunlight off high-altitude clouds for the fiery exhaust trails of American rockets. The machine functioned perfectly according to its code, blind to the history it almost ended. The incident is immediately classified at the highest level of state secrecy, buried deep within the dark archives of the Kremlin. The man who saved the world walks home in total silence, receiving no medals, slipping away into quiet obscurity. Today, we look back at the fragile thread upon which our collective existence hangs. It begs the terrifying question. In a world increasingly governed by cold, unfeeling algorithms, will someone be brave enough to disobey the machines the next time the sirens scream?